weather is nice, blah, blah, blah. Nothing too serious.
I should let him start talking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here.
Just take it, respond to people. You're good with people.
I know.
Just
It's
respond to people as you would normally. Once you get into the room, they offer you something to drink. Thank you. You sit down.
Can I do it? Because I think that it has more power if I take them
Yes.
in my hand.
Yes.
And I'm putting down. I put them down when.
Do it.
However you want. Remember, when I was supposed to do the teaching demonstration, right? Everybody went up to the board, grabbed the markers, grabbed the erasers, and just started teaching like boring. I control the room, like Jackie said yesterday. You control the interview. So when they give you the opportunity, and what they'll say is, okay, so we asked you to do a presentation about yourself.
Or maybe they tell me like, so present yourself, and I will stand up and I will say, first of all, thank you very much for your time. I know it's in the afternoon.
And for this opportunity.
And for this opportunity, this comes later on.
Okay.
I really appreciate that you are doing the.
Okay, well let's do it. Hold on, let's do it. Let's start from the beginning. So fold everything up, and then.
This is the floor.
This is a.
Okay, well no, just start. This way you start from scratch. So we'll say, I'll do. Okay, could you please present yourself?
Yeah, sure.
And then we'll do it like you're doing it for real.
So.
Okay, so Miss Miss Pardo, thank you very much for coming in today. We've asked you to do a creative presentation about yourself, so please tell us about yourself.
First of all, I want to thank you for. I know it's in the afternoon and it's.
Don't say that.
No, I'm not gonna say that. Thank you very much for your time.
That's okay. We'll start it again. Whole thing. So, Miss Pardo, thank you very much for coming in. We've asked you to do a small presentation about yourself. Could you please tell us about yourself?
First of all, I want to thank you for giving me this opportunity and taking this time for listening to me. I know it's in the afternoon, so I will, in my presentation, I will try to do it a bit different to make you enjoy it too. First of all, in the email that you sent me, you said that you want a very impressive presentation, and I gave it a lot of thought. And I think that this is the best way to present myself. I put down, I take the red thread, I put it on the table. This is a red thread.
No, I was going to say, do you actually have it?
Yeah, she has.
Yeah, but it's at home. I didn't.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't know.
This is a red thread. For you, maybe it's just a red thread, but for me, it represents my determination. It's the determination that got me from Valencia to Switzerland, and it's the determination that got me here in front of you today. I use this to go through my life, and it's the thing that helped me in my internships all this time. And it's something that reminds me from where I am, from where I come from, my family, my heritage. And it's something that helps me to don't lose the focus in the things I want, in the things that I want to achieve. I will take the first one. I forgot to say something so important. Tell me.
When you have the thread, you should take the thread and pull a little piece out. Hold it in your hands. The worst thing you can do is take something and then just put it down.
With the flowers, I was thinking about having
with
it
the thread too.
With the thread too.
I would come in because what I'm missing is how does it remind you of you?
Yeah.
And what I would say, there you go.
You know?
Yeah, we'll use this. Because what I would do is I would hold it up and say, and pull it like this, and say, this thread represents my life. It represents my start and eventually my end. It represents my continuation. It's where, and then I would do it like this, it's where I'm from, it's where I am.
Do you think you should have already pre-cut one?
Yeah, I would have it pre-cut.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I was thinking about the thread itself, because I want to put it there with my Victorino's knife.
No.
Okay,
I would
might be
have
easier. Simple is
simple
always
stuff.
go for simple.
But what I would
Simple.
say
Just have a nice long thread pre-cut, so you come out and just have
But I
it.
can put it like out later on because I will
No.
pick the big one too. It's not big one, it's like this, it's small.
that's fine. But I would have it as already one piece, and I would say it represents your life, because it does. We all have, if you remember the cartoon movie Hercules, when you're dead is when they cut your life thread. The thread represents my life, and and I would do it like this with the hands. Where I'm from, where I am, where I'm going, and where I'll end up.
So you have to say that?
I would, because
It's
what,
a continuation.
That's what the thread
It's the
means.
beginning of a story. The whole thing is you tell a story.
yeah,
That's it.
Yeah, the storytelling. I was talking with Lara about it.
Storytelling.
you have to tell a story. And if you say that this represents me, but you don't say how, then they're not going to understand it. You have to say this thread represents my life, and the best way is through examples. Again, where I'm from, and now you can see the thread represents your life. It's a finite, fixed length.
Okay.
That makes sense? All right, here. So we use that as a thread. All right. So,
Again?
Miss. No. Really, again.
But thank you very much for everything.
Again. This is just like being on stage.
That's really late, I really
So, Miss Pardo, we asked you to come in today and present something about yourself. So please, the floor is yours.
Yeah, first of all, thank you very much for this opportunity. I know it's late in the afternoon, so I will try to do this in a nice way. You asked me in your email to do a presentation of myself, a very creative presentation of myself, and I gave a lot of thought about it because I wanted to do it different and show who I am, who really I am. This is a red thread. It maybe just looks like a red thread, but for me it represents my determination. The determination that got me from Valencia to here right now, and to Switzerland, and here in front of you right now, that has guided me all along through my life and through my internships. This represents my beginning, my family. I always remember that. Where I am right now and where I'm going.
Yeah.
It's
Let's focus.
No. It helps me to be focused in the things I want and the things that I want to achieve. It's something that I think that stands out of me, and it's something that I believe that I can trust, because I know that I will go back to.
Can I make a suggestion as well? Because it's finite, what do you think of this? And it reminds me that life is finite, life is short, and I want to make the most out of every part of my life that I have.
I don't know, we aren't talking about life.
Well, but it
I
is your
wouldn't
life.
make it too.
Not too deep? Okay.
I'm 22.
Yeah.
I feel like, woo, life is so fun.
okay.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Okay, that's why
Yeah.
I asked.
Okay. Now,
So
first flower.
The love from dawn is in focus. Oh, I don't have the first flower. It's a flower that goes around. Well, this plant, because it's a plant actually, it represents. This plant is known by his adaptability and flexibility.
Say what kind of plant it is. Then we'll look it up. We'll make sure. It's important to say.
That plant that you told
Ivy.
me the other day?
Ivy.
Yeah, the ivy, but it's like small ones and grows through the plant, but actually it's an ivy. It grows through the wall.
It's an ivy.
It's an ivy.
Ivy.
Ivy. Then this. Yeah.
I'm gonna write it super Spanish.
Okay.
Yeah, it sounds
Doesn't
the
matter.
same.
That's good.
Who cares? This plant is known by his flexibility and adaptability and the ability to grow in spaces that makes them go through the things and in a gentle way surround the things around here. It represents me because when I came here, I have to adapt to a new culture. I had to adapt to a new climate. In Valencia, it's like sunny all the time, and here some days were cloudy. My teachers were telling me sometimes like, "B, how are you feeling?" And I knew it was because of the weather. But it's part of my life adapt to the things. As part of the life, be flexible and understand the things that are behind of it. So I think that this plan shows that you can grow and you can continue learning more and surrounded by things. Surrounded? Oh my god! So the next one that I choose, like, it's a bit cliche, isn't it? Is passion with a red rose, of course, but it's not passion with a red rose. It's the passion that I have for the things that I'm doing right now. It's the passion that I have for the things that I want to do, and it's the passion that I have for the things that I will do.
Should she say what they are?
No.
No, just leave
Let
it
them
vague.
ask.
Okay.
It opens up the door so she can
Yeah,
answer.
right.
She drops a question
Yeah.
in that she already knows the answer for.
Expect them to then say, well, what are you passionate about? And then have that answer. Okay.
So what I'm passionate about. Wait, can I write it and talk about it later on?
Yeah.
Okay, what is the job about? Customer engagement.
No.
You're passionate about marketing. You're passionate
My
about
passion is about marketing, about
creativity.
about making people know that they are listened, about helping people to achieve the things they want. I have passion in.
No, I would say I'm passionate about getting people excited about something. It can be about either
engaging people.
Yeah, be it about making rice cakes or traveling to Valencia because I tell them how great it is there, or even marketing because I actually really like marketing. It's a really cool subject of all the
Don't
subjects.
say actually really like marketing.
I like marketing.
Really, not actually. I really love marketing.
Say it like that.
Yeah, people actually like psychology. We love marketing.
Okay, go on.
So this is a tulip. I have to, but light goes later on. These tulips represent communication. The tulip is a simple plant, is gentle, and well, it's a simple plant, and that's what I like when I'm in communication, because even with the simplicity of it, it has a lot of varieties behind, a lot of colors. What I mean with this flower representing me and my communication is that I try to make people in a simple way understand what they are thinking, or understand what I'm saying. And if they don't understand in one way, we have different ways to say it. We have different ways to express.
Show them the flower.
We have different ways to express. Be careful.
Yeah.
Be gentle like the
I
tulip.
know. Okay. Wording, I would probably say, I was just thinking about it, I would probably say, this
Go in
tulip.
front of the thing so she can see it.
No, it's okay.
Phil, so she can see you.
So
On
she
the
was
video.
Okay. Yeah, but I'm so tall, she's not going to see it anyway. She's
Yes,
so
yes,
okay,
she's
yeah.
on it. Okay.
Okay. So what I would say is, again, looking at the person, this tulip represents my simplicity and authenticity. Do you see how this?
I have to think that represent my simplicity.
No, she's no.
No.
You
Or
convoluted.
this-
It's a communication.
Or whatever it is.
Communication
No,
is
no,
best
whatever it
when
is.
it's clear and
Okay.
simple.
This tulip represents my simplicity of communication or my directness of communication. But however you say it, this rose represents my passion. You have to say, forget about I don't know what they represent. That's not the point. The point is personalizing it. This tulip represents this rose represents my.
Okay.
That's very important to say it that way, to draw that connection. This rose represents my passion. I'm passionate about my marketing, etc. And then with this one, what I would do is when you hold it, show it to them and say, and what was it, simplicity of communication?
Yeah, because it's a simple flower.
It's humble.
It's humble,
gentle.
and that's how I like to communicate because.
Exactly. But not everybody communicates the same way. Sometimes, and you see how I'm moving the hands a little bit forward. Show them. Don't be afraid to engage a little bit, to break through that fourth wall. That's what I mean. For audience engagement, don't just like, but make sure not only, but, and bring them together. Okay, that's what's going to keep them engaged.
But it was very good.
Yeah. I mean, don't take it as not good. These are very, very good.
Everything so far has been really good.
At this point, we're just really refining. Now that we see it, I see these things like, say it with, this represents my.
No, very good. You're
You're
very
rocking
good.
it.